Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. It never rains, but it pours if you are Nicola Sturgeon. Yet again, yet another police probe into her doings, into her business, into this whole Alex Salmond debacle, really. But her government is now being probed by elite detectives, top range. They want to get in, they want to find out the truth over what happened. How many police probes does one woman deserve? It's as though everyone is now out to get her because they scent the blood in the water. Previously she was untouchable, but now it seems that everyone wants a piece of her. Everyone wants to have a bite, and no one is scared of her anymore. It must be very worrying for her because they only have to land one of them, don't they? She has to successfully win everything. Everyone else only has to land one, and she goes to jail. Dearie, dearie me, oh what webs we weave when first we practice to deceive. Let's have a look at this to see why, yet again, she is being investigated, this time over the leaks over the Alex Salmond affair. Here goes. Now, I will say at this point, I would deeply appreciate it if anyone hit the subscribe button. We are counting on, we're getting close to that 10,000, but because we're a political channel, we keep getting pushed down in the algorithm. And you hitting subscribe really does lift it and really means we can bring stories like this all day, every day. Now, it was also going to be a Humza Yousaf story that filled this gap. But unfortunately, at the time of recording, he is still not, that story is still not available. So I've had to move on. So I'm going to be doing this Alex Salmond story, but I will be keeping a very close eye on the Humza Yousaf giving evidence story. So don't worry, that will be coming at some point, whenever. Anyway, Nicola Sturgeon's government is being probed again, this time by elite detectives amid alleged Alex Salmond leak. Police Scotland is currently investigating how news about sexual misconduct complaints against the former First Minister were leaked to the media and whether the Scottish Government was involved. And I think we can all say without doubt, fear or favour right now, yes, they were. Of course they were. Getting him out was very, very important because they needed to get Nippy in. And it wouldn't surprise me if she was mired knee deep in the muck and corruption involved in getting him out. Not saying she was. I'm not stupid enough to claim it. I'm just saying I could readily believe it if she was. Nicola Sturgeon's government is being probed by a squad of elite detectives amid allegations that it leaked information about sexual misconduct complaints against former First Minister Alex Salmond. We all remember at the time when all this came out, and I am sure with many people just immediately just didn't believe it. And I'm right not to. I don't believe it at all. I think it's all bollocks. I think it was set up. I think certain women were paid to say things. And then it's shady. It is shady as hell. Anyway, details of the government inquiry into the Labour Party leader was given to the press back in 2018. News that two female civil servants complained about his behaviour first appeared in the Daily Record back in August 2018, with investigations launched by the Scottish Government and the Information Commissioner failing to establish how the paper got hold of the details. They can only have come from an official leak. Somebody ordered this out. In 2021, Mr Salmond referred the matter to Police Scotland, with the probe being codenamed Operation New Biggin. He won a court case against the SNP executive after a judicial review concluded the investigation into him had been unlawful, unfair and tainted by apparent bias, and he ordered them to pay him more than $500,000 in legal costs. And I remember that as well. And they were not happy bunnies. They absolutely loathe him for that. But they bring it on themselves. They can't help themselves. Anyway, the Scottish Daily Mail reports that detectives from the Specialist Crime Division of Police Scotland, the Scottish Crime Campus in Gartcosh in Lanarkshire, are questioning potential witnesses. There are plenty of them, I'd imagine. This premises houses the Organised Crime and CTU, Counter-Terrorism Unit. Scottish Tory MSP, Robert Russell Findlay, posted on social media. Do apologise, reading is hard. That he was asked for a statement by the cops looking into Operation New Biggin, And he tweeted, Police Scotland organised crime unit investigating Nicola Sturgeon's government's alleged leaking of confidential info about Alex Salmond have asked me for a statement. Happy to help, but unsure if I can add much to particular SNP crime probe. Well, you have to ask which crime probe. There's so many crime probes now. If anyone says, oh, you've seen about the latest probe and whatever, you have to go, well, which particular one? What have they done now? What's their latest one? How many of it? We're on 7? Is it 7 probes now? I think there's 7 investigations going on against the SNP at various levels. It's just a joke, isn't it? Anyway, it's understood that he was asked about a story he had written about Miss Sturgeon when he was a journalist in 2018, which was shortly before news of a government probe against Mr. Salmond came to light. The SNP are currently the focus of 3 criminal probes, including Operation Branchform about alleged fraud within the party's finances and a Crown Office investigation into claims of possible perjury at the former minister's criminal trial. Isn't there? Yeah, but there's the Jordan Linden one still going on. There's still got the investigation going on about the care homes. So there's 2 more that I know about that are definitely going on. And wasn't there one? There was one arranged today. Another probe going on today, isn't there? So I think we're up to 6 for short. I think there's 6 probes. Anyway, he was cleared of charges of sexual misconduct, including attempted R, and this has led to a court battle between him and Scottish ministers. He alleges that Miss Sturgeon is guilty of malfeasance. Hands up, not literally, obviously. Put a like. Just hit the like button. Let's just test this one. Put a like if you think Sturgeon is guilty of malfeasance. Bing, 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 bing. Honestly, it will be, won't it? While other government figures, including former Permanent Secretary Leslie Evans, were accused of acting in bad faith to harm him. They were all out to get him. And people will say, oh, you're being a bit paranoid. You're not paranoid when they are out to get you. And it cost them £500,000. And he proved they are out to get him. It wasn't paranoia on Alex Salmond's part, was it? He won his case. The Labour Party leader is understood to be seeking damages and loss of earnings of more than $3 million. That's a separate case, I know. We covered that before. But Miss Sturgeon has said she utterly refutes the claim against her. Well, of course she is. She's going to utterly refute it. But it's not up to her. It's up to the court, isn't it? And imagine if he won and she has to cough up. Dearie me. Bang goes your house, love. Asked about Operation New Biggin, a Police Scotland spokesman said inquiries are ongoing. Mr. Salmond told the Daily Mail, I'm aware that Operation New Biggin is ongoing and interviewing people with regard to the criminal leak of information from inside the Scottish Government to a newspaper. He said, however, beyond that, I cannot comment on an ongoing police inquiry. And of course they're going to use that. So there's all these investigations. Now there's another one. All about the shadiness going on. And I think we can all agree that they're all up to it. Up to here, innit? In the shit. And I would love to see one of them stick. At least one of them stick. Because if one sticks, then you've got them. Because then you can bring that conviction in. Because it runs to character. And any other cases that run forward, they can try and hide it, but it runs to character and everybody knows. Thank you, Alex Salmond. You are providing me with some excellent fun today. Well done. I've got to say, I don't like his politics. I think, obviously I'm a unionist. I don't like that. But I've got to say, of the man, I actually don't mind the man. I don't think he's a bad person. I think Nippy is awful. But I do think he is at least human. Anyway, I shall round off there. We'll come up and we'll finish the video. So there you go. As though life isn't hard enough if you're Nicola Sturgeon, now another probe is going out to look at your honesty, to look at whether you deliberately leaked information that could harm Alex Salmond. And if you have, this could end up costing you £3 million. Oh, dearie me. And such joy. And what a way to end the day. Although, technically only ending, we have to wait and see if I can get the Hums and Yousaf story out. If it goes too long, it'll have to be tomorrow. But I'll try my best. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you very much for all the support. Thank you very much for hitting the subscribe button if you have done so. And please do if you haven't. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Goodbye and happy Burns Night.